Hey collectors! Welcome back to my channel, Duncan the Collector. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dominion, Extreme Damage, Owen and Velociraptor Blue Persuit pack, and the Claire and Dilophosaurus pack. As you can see, today's video is very people-focused. I'm so happy to get some brand new human figures. Mattel has been really lacking in the people department in the last couple years, so it's great to get some new dino food. Before we move on, the box art is what you'd expect from any Dominion figure, with all the renders and diagrams on the front and the same on the back. Now, let's start the review by looking at Claire and the Dilophosaurus. Now that we have both figures out of the box, let's start by looking at the Dilophosaurus first. The Dilophosaurus is just a repaint of the original 2018 release. We've seen this sculpt reused many times before, but this is actually a really good repaint. I love it. The contrast between the dark green body and the bright red and orange frill and crests just looks amazing. I know it's meant to be the Dilophosaurus from Dominion, but it really reminds me of the one from Jurassic Park. Before I move on, let's take a quick look at her scan code for the Jurassic Facts app. As it is a figure for Jurassic World Dominion, she has the scan code on her back and not her foot. And there it is if you'd like it. As usual with this sculpt, it includes a venom piece. This one's nice as it's finally black and not translucent green. I could be wrong, but it also seems like a much bigger piece. Now, let's put it in. And here's our spinning Dilophosaurus. Overall, a pretty good repaint. Now let's look at the brand new Claire variant. Claire looks fantastic. She has some pretty nice little hiking boots. Compared to her heels, you can tell Claire's learned the value of function over fashion. Her jeans look pretty nice with every little detail included. Her shirt looks pretty nice, and her overshirt looks even better. Like other figures who have similar style jackets, it's made of a softer plastic, making it more flexible. Her head sculpt's pretty nice. Her hair looks great and her face is pretty good, but doesn't really look like Bryce Dallas Howard to me. Claire has some accessories with her as well. She has a little itty-bitty tracker. It looks really good and has a ton of detail, especially for how small it is. There's even a little printed screen. Claire also includes a tranq gun, and it looks really good with tons of detail. I especially like the little scope. So that's Claire and the Dilophosaurus. Overall, this is a pretty great little set. It's fantastic to finally get another release of Claire. Now, let's look at the Persuit pack. I can't wait to get a more in-depth look at these new human figures, but before we do, let's take a look at Blue first. Blue looks pretty good. She has a new sculpt similar to the Battle Damage and Primal Attack Savage Strike versions. She looks pretty good, but isn't really different to any other Velociraptor. It's nice to see Mattel has included some neck articulation. They seem to be doing that with a lot of their new small carnivores. Blue only has one action. If you press this button on her back, it changes these gashes from a skin pattern to these bloody slash marks. It's a cool idea, but I'm not really in love with it as it leaves sizable holes in her sides. Before we end the segment, let's take a quick look at her scan code. She has a very small scan code compared to the Dilophosaurus, which takes up most of her back. And there it is if you'd like it. Overall, she looks alright. She's just another Velociraptor. Mattel, enough with the Velociraptors already. Now, let's take a look at the brand new version of Owen Grady. Owen looks pretty good. At first glance, you may think he's just a repaint, but he actually has some newer details added to him. For example, he has textured jeans, and it looks pretty cool. Kinda weird, but mostly cool. He also has a sculpted sheath. Obviously that means he has a knife included, and it fits pretty nicely into the sheath. To continue on, he has a pretty nice bright red shirt, and it looks great front to back. His head sculpt is the same as the previous releases, but he has less of a beard and a lot darker hair for some reason. Overall, Owen looks pretty good. It's nice to get even a slightly different version. And finally, let's take a look at the brand new character, Sirius Black. Rain Delacourt, or as the ladies call him, Hey You in the Bushes. Rain looks pretty cool. It might be hard to believe it, but I'm pretty sure he's a main villain. I know, it's shocking. People with snake tattoos are never villains. Rain has pretty nice boots and nicely detailed cargo pants. His shirt is pretty nice and his trench coat looks even better. It's definitely the longest sculpted coat for any Mattel Jurassic World figure. He also has little gloves on and they're pretty nicely detailed. His head sculpt's okay. His hair is nicely sculpted and his snake tattoo is okay. It's pretty good for how small it is, but it's kind of hard to tell what it is. His beard isn't the greatest. It looks like he had a tea party with Crusher May and the main entree was dirt. He also doesn't look the most like Scott Hayes, the actor who plays Rain. But otherwise, he's a great new figure and he really completes this pack. Now here are my final thoughts. The Claire and Dilophosaurus set is a pretty great set. It is annoying that I have to get another repaint of the original Dilophosaurus, but I didn't mind it too much as it is my personal favorite pattern so far. Claire looks fantastic. She is a completely new figure that has no reused or repainted parts. She looks pretty great and has some nice accessories. I do think I would recommend this set. Its only downfall is the annoying fact that you have to get another repainted Dilophosaurus, but otherwise it's a pretty great set. As for the Persuit pack, I have more mixed feelings. Blue is mediocre. It's nice Mattel made a new sculpt for her, but I don't really like it or her actions. As for Owen, he's a pretty great new figure. He's different enough to warrant me purchasing him. However, his sculpt is reused in the Owen and Velociraptor Beta set and the Owen Escape pack, but he has different colors, making this figure as of now exclusive. Rain Delacourt's a pretty nice new figure. He has a couple problems, but is a great addition to any Jurassic collection. As of now, I would say I recommend the set, especially if you can find it on discount. However, if Mr. Delacourt here releases in a cheaper way or in a more exclusive manner like the release in Rampage pack with all exclusive pieces, that would be more ideal. But yes, as of now, I would say I recommend this set. Alright, I guess that's it for now. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and if you didn't, hit the dislike and unsubscribe buttons. If you like toy photography, or pictures of Cheddar the cat, Cheetah the dog, or Daisy the dog, follow me on Instagram. If you'd like your collection to be featured in a video, message me in the comments down below or hit me up on Instagram. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, bye for now, and have fun collecting!